We are here at year number 4 of rebuilding the Rams, kicking off live now, guys. Welcome back, and Tyrone Swope, I didn't even get to do the intro. First play from scrimmage of the year, and the redshirt sophomore will take it all the way back. I have no intro to add. Oh my goodness. That's genuinely insane. I wanted to explain why we were playing Mississippi State, some of the new people on the roster, the fact that we're starting off 18th in the nation, but instead, Tyrone Swope, one of our original 4-star gem wide receivers, one of the two that actually did stick around, unlike Jaleel Barmore, immediately takes back for a touchdown, and I shank the kick. What a start. Oh my goodness. Anyways, I decided to play Mississippi State on the road to start the year because Matthew Mummy was our offensive coordinator for the whole time, and he has since left to go be the OC here at Mississippi State. So after we played them and handled them pretty easily last year at home, we are going over to their house this year to start the season. And there's a lot of new faces on defense. Some very familiar ones that I will get to, but I'm currently using Trent Jones. He's our number 2 linebacker, big number 7. Joe Marciano, the 5-star, our very first ever 5-star, shaken up on the play. He's 86 overall now. Anyways, Trent Jones, Jr., very, very fast, 87 speed. Up here, there's Alexander Claybrooks. If you remember, last year he was a safety that was playing linebacker. Well, he played so well in that role, he now has an elite dev trait. He's a 91 overall player. He's the best player on our defense, so he's back to playing pure free safety. Here's Gene Barnes, 99 zone coverage. Ball is out. Rashawn Kite, the outside linebacker that is now a terrifying edge rusher, forced the fumble, and there's Stephon Merchant, the 91 overall edge / interior defensive lineman that will be playing mostly on the inside because of how talented our edge rushers are. I want to use Joe Marciano, who is now shaken up, and Stephon Merchant on the inside. You'll see the two of them in there a lot, but here it is. Big 4th and 1. I'll stop doing the intros. Let's lock in. Weisskopf right here is a transfer as well. Let's bring down Claybrooks. Be ready for the read option. Oh, it's play action. I bid on it. But look at Trent Jones. That's why you have 89 speed at the linebacker position. And speaking of speed, look at 94 speed from Michael Hawkins Jr. If you remember last year, guys, he got hurt on his very first drive as the starting quarterback. Was out for the entire year, came back to play his former team, Oklahoma, played well, and here he is as the starter. So I know that we've always had a strong quarterback run game. It's going to be stronger than ever. Here's Alton Roth, who is now 87 overall. Still very slow, but incredibly elusive. Let's see if they give him a chance. Nope, it's going to be Hawkins Jr. First carry. Now we need to try and protect the guy. We know he is capable of getting hurt because of what happened last year. And what I'll say, too, this year is we have a real fullback, Mr. Cormier. He has a star dev trait. He is incredibly, incredibly good at lead blocking. So be on the lookout for Cormier today. There's Wood. I don't know his first name, but he's a true freshman, 78 overall. He's our only tight end that is not redshirted. So expect to see a lot of Wood during this season. And this guy, Ferris, I forget his last name, but he has elite speed on the outside. Cameron Ferris, okay, 95 speed. He's a true sophomore. Yes, he's only 83 overall, but he's quite a bit faster than Alton Roth. So expect to see him when we need some explosive plays. Cameron Ferris. Although I should emphasize, Alton Roth is still going to be the guy. We also still have Jalen Dupree. Don't forget about him. Let's try a little triple option with Ferris and Roth together. This should be very exciting. Okay, get rid of that. Oh, that's not a good toss by Hawkins, but Roth will keep it going. Let's go. Okay. I mean, he wasn't even hit as he was doing that. So I'm not entirely sure what happened there. Now, on the receiver side, guys, David Ragnow, 87 overall, redshirt freshman right there. Matt Sampson, another redshirt freshman, mid-80s over on the far left. Tyrone Swope, you saw him. He's the redshirt sophomore, part of Jaleel Barmore's recruiting class on the far right. There's Wood, the true freshman tight end, and Alton Roth out of the backfield. Roth has a mismatch. I'm sorry, dude. Expect to see a lot of Alton Roth out of the backfield. I looked. He is like a 78 overall as a slot receiver. So he is an elite playmaking receiver. Alfonso Wood. That is his first name. Alfonso Wood here. We're going to try and give him his first potential target. We're going to use Tyrone Swope as a clear out. Let Alfonso Wood potentially get a 10-yard out against a linebacker. We're going to see if it's man or zone. Never mind. Roth. We'll give him some space. Oh, it's Ferris. Never mind. Cameron Ferris tapping in for Alton Roth because Roth is shaken up early. That's not good. Luckily, we have 3 serviceable running backs because don't forget, we also still have Jalen Dupree, a pure power running back. And as you can see, only 1 tight end, Alfonso Wood. So expect to see Cormier in these 2 tight end sets as well. He's honestly the best second tight end that we have, even though he's more of a pure blocker. But did you see that block? Just absolutely leveling that safety, giving us plenty of space there. And let's stick in this 2 tight end set, and let's lean on a read option play here. Big 3rd down, already have a 7-0 lead. Oh, and they're showing blitz. They are showing blitz. This might be David Ragnow's first chance as our number 1 receiver. If we can get blocking, let's try and keep in Alfonso Wood to block, actually. All we want is that ISO opportunity there. Oh, it's zone. Hawkins Jr. needs to make a play. Look at that. Sampson open. And I'm telling you guys, Michael Hawkins Jr., his ability to extend plays, I think we are going to feel all year long. It is shocking to me how much longer we have in the pocket when your quarterback has 94 speed. I mean, you can get away with a lot. We're not going to allow that to make us get lazy, but I'm telling you, there's Sampson again, open. Way to come down with it. Went with the secure catch because we saw that safety over the top. Roth is no longer shaken up, so let's get him back in the game here. Let's go X spot again. Stadium has really calmed down, so we could dial up something for Alton Roth here. Let's get him to the outside. They aren't checking him. They are not putting anybody on him, so let's put him on a slightly deep curl route right at the sticks. We'll get David Ragnow on an in as the check down, but let's see who goes out to cover him. Nobody! There it is! Roth breaks the tackle and it's in. He's just too talented of a receiver, especially when you guys aren't matching him man to man and letting him run a curl route all alone. I know that linebacker was coming, but it was way too late. And wow, I mean, this is an incredible start, and I finally get the chance to try and level set with y'all the expectations for this year as Charles Bagley approaches the tackle there. Because the expectations for me personally, I don't know about y'all, the expectations for me is this is a playoff team, all right? We are now like, I think 86 overall. The players that aren't a super high overall are very good at a couple things that we need them to be good at, right? Like our running back room may be 86 and 87, which probably isn't as good as, you know, the Oregons of the world. But one of them is absolutely incredible at receiving. The other one is absolutely super fast, and the third one is a pure power guy. So we have a good mix of players in different roles. So even if the overall doesn't necessarily match it, I do think there is plenty of talent on this team. So yeah, I feel safe to say like this should be a playoff team. We're starting the year 18th. So, you know, this ranking committee, however they decide the start of this stuff, already thinks that we are a borderline playoff team. All we have to do is do a little bit better than expected, and we're in the playoffs. So we got a much harder non-conference schedule. I should mention that. I think we go on the road to Oklahoma. We host Ole Miss, so we get a rematch against Jaleel Barmore, playing against the former teammate. And is this Jason Gadosh on the side? No, it's Caleb Chester. Oh my goodness. Great coverage by the transfer. We brought in Caleb Chester to sit alongside Jason Gadosh because we lost one of our 2 redshirt freshman corners. He transferred to Oregon. So it's going to be Gadosh and Caleb Chester, and then Javon Bailey is returning as the slot corner. So our secondary, I think, is really good. You saw Chester right there. He's in the low to mid 80s. He's a good player. We also have Jason Gadosh, who is now 88 overall as a redshirt sophomore. Javon Bailey is in the mid-80s. And then in the safety position, we have Wakoma and we have Alexander Claybrook. So, I mean, just a really talented back 5 group of corners and safeties. But that's a heck of a first quarter, guys. Let's keep it rolling. And I'm sorry, but I want to run the power read with Michael Hawkins Jr. Here is David Ragnow coming out here, getting involved, running right at Alfonso Wood, our tight end. I'm keeping that for sure. Hawkins, oh my goodness, we got to protect him. Got to protect him. Got to be willing to slide. I think the power read is kind of tough because we know that there's a good chance that he will have to just make a play on the inside. So maybe we try to limit our power read usage. We're going to keep Cormier into block this time. He's such a good blocker that we can do this 3-man spot concept on the right, have Ragnow man-to-man on the backside. Let's see if it's man coverage. If it is, I'm going to dare him over there. Nope. Sampson, another catch. He has been very reliable so far. You know, Ragnow is technically the slightly more talented receiver, but it seems like Sampson seems to be capable of making plenty of plays. We're going to try a little high-low concept here, like this, and then a comeback over to Ragnow. I want to attack them if it's man-to-man. And then we'll have Alton Roth kind of leak out on the backside if it's there. I think this is going to be there. Hawkins, ball on the money. Oh, and Ragnow can't hang on. Okay, that's fine. Let's go wide trips. Let's call the... Actually, never mind. You guys know I can't do wide trips when we are in third and short situations because we have very minimal audibles out of it. It's the only formation we have, so we can't audible to another formation. They're showing a pressure look. Guys, if you press Tyrone Swope, he might just explode past you. We might just take a shot here. Nope, never mind. Ragnow wide open over the middle of the field. That is a playmaker right there, and hopefully it's not holding. I'm scared it is. Oh, it's on Walton. It's on Walton. Dang it. Now, I'll tell you, there is some talent on our offensive line. I think the one that I want to point out is Lionel Yeast, the Yeasty boy. He was a 3-star. He's a redshirt sophomore. He was part of our original recruiting class, and he has, I believe, a star dev trait. So he's elite. He's playing right guard right now, number 60. Technically, he's a center, but he's just such a good pass blocker. Uh-oh. Free blocker. Free blocker. Oh, my goodness. No shot. Dude, Michael Hawkins Jr. giving us a chance on 3rd and 10. Cross body back towards the middle of the field. That is an incredible throw, even though we did not come down with it. I didn't think that there was a chance that that was going to be even close to catchable, but we will not pick it up. We'll punt it away. I'm okay with that. I will say Payne Williams, the guy that missed the 57-yard kick that could have sent us to the college football playoff last year, he's a senior. So our punter is just a sophomore. He will be around for plenty more, but having a senior kicker does mean that we need to address that position in the offseason this year. But right now, let's focus on right now, man. The wide splits are already starting to get to me. I think one of y'all commented that this Matthew Mummy guy that was at Colorado State has since left. I think his father worked with Mike Leach to develop the air raid, if I'm not mistaken. So we got to expect to see some pretty wide splits and some pretty fast tempo here. By the way, that was Rashawn Kite, the junior, off the edge on the right-hand side. He is a player to watch. He may only be 80, 82 overall, but I'm telling you, when he wants to rush the passer, he is going to rush the passer. So maybe he gets the name change and gets the Rashawn Knight. Maybe he gets knighted. I'm not entirely sure yet. Big third down, we're going to pass commit, actually. I just don't see them running the football here. Let's go hard flats. Trent Jones needs to cover a lot of ground over there. Ah, jeez. Like I said, had a lot of ground to cover over there, and, you know, the spacing is just so wide that they're able to get away with stuff like that. That's okay. We're going to live with it. I really do like the defensive line setup that we have, though. I really want to emphasize that, man. I mean, I think this D-line is incredible. There's Javon Bailey getting beat on the inside. That's okay. They want to stick tempo. That's fine. We are going to route commit to the inside. That's, again, one of the big weaknesses, in my opinion, of this offense is, like, the splits are so wide, you can't really run out routes, right? Like, you can't run deep comebacks. You can't run out routes if you're the number one receiver over there. Because, like, look at the receiver on the left. Where is he going to go over there? Like, he can't go. Oh, no, Rashawn Kite missed the tackle. He comes back to make it, but, man, that was a big miss there. And again, we're going to continue to route commit to the inside. I think the only thing we could get beat off is a corner by the slot, but I don't think that's coming. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful coverage, and there's Kite with the pressure. Let's go. Now, I'll tell you, the one thing we haven't seen so far, which I kind of expected to see at some point, is Stephon Merchant, 91 overall right here. He has not made a major impact play yet. I'm expecting that to come soon. There's the one-on-one on Caleb Chester again. So oh, no, that's Chase. Where's Chester? They must have subbed him out. I think Chase is a redshirt sophomore, another transfer as well. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, they are just really driving on us. This offense is fun. And, you know, I feel a little bad. You know, it's not like this guy, Matthew Mummy, got to run his offense at Colorado State, because I kind of came over and made my custom playbook. So this is kind of his first time since we started this rebuild where this dude is in control of an offense. So I do feel good for him. I'm glad he gets that, you know, responsibility. I do want to point out somebody on the edge, but I need to lock in on this play first. Oh my gosh, guys, we got to do better about the QB scramble. Stephon Merchant, the junior with bruised ribs, he might not be returning. So now Marciano and Merchant are two highest rated defensive linemen, both hurt at the first half. And Merchant is interesting, guys, because as a junior, he should have a second year here, right? Well, turns out his deal breaker is conference prestige, and he is now at a high enough overall to where I think that need is like an A+. So unless we could bump up the Pac-12 conference prestige during the course of this season, I don't know if that takes place before the offseason, we might lose him. He might be a one-and-done guy, and he might go play somewhere else for his senior year. And that reminds me of somebody else you might have seen on the edge over there on offense. Avery Shelley, okay? He's a 5-star true freshman starting at defensive end. Real quick, Alton Roth, look at that juke. Oh my goodness. That is his strength, okay? He only has like 83, 84 speed, but he's a great route runner and he's incredibly elusive. So expect Alton Roth to make at least one man miss pretty much every single time he touches the football. Get that ball out to Ragnow, and dang, dude, Ragnow is a lot smaller than I thought. No! Hawkins Jr. shaken up, strained forearm. And here's the big question. Does Tyler Chambers come in, or does Boone come in? The transfer redshirt freshman. Chambers has been demoted to QB number 3, technically. I think we're going to give Boone a shot, knowing that we have Tyler Chambers, the redshirt senior, coming off the bench if absolutely necessary. Man coverage, Alfonso Wood wide open, throw is on the money, and that might be the first catch for the true freshman, Dexter Boone. And guys, I think let's substitute Boone in for now. We're going to give him a shot. He did transfer here this offseason to sit behind Chambers and Hawkins Jr. for a year. Then Boone will likely be the starter next year. Let's see if Swope is there over the middle. Oh boy, great placement by Boone away from that surprise dropping defensive lineman. Hawkins Jr. thinks he's good to come back in. I think we're going to keep him out for now. No need to risk an injury against a Mississippi State team that I would argue we are much better than. We got Ragnow on the outside. We had Alton Roth over the middle. Let's try a deep post to Alton Roth. Let's see how those safeties react. Nope, that's okay. Oh boy, Boone has some legs on him. Oh, Boone to Alfonso Wood. What a throw and what a catch. Dexter Boone starting off his Colorado State campaign really, really strongly. I mean, extending the play, throwing it on the run, and making that happen. That's impressive. Let's get Alton Roth out here. One-on-one on a linebacker on a wheel route. Guys, if it's man coverage, he might just have this, okay? We're going to get Sampson on an in instead of on a drag, so hopefully we could rub that linebacker a little bit easier. If it's man coverage, this is a touchdown. It's man. I think he got hit. Oh, Roth, way to come back to the football. That was not open. But Alton Roth, like I said, just such a powerful route runner that it doesn't matter. Let's give Boone a chance on the read option now. We're going to motion Ragnow over, get him in a more neutral look. I really like this. Let's see how they play this. Okay, Boone's going to have to take this one. Oh, way to fight in there. Look at Dexter Boone, the red shirt freshman, scoring his first touchdown with the Rams. And he looked fantastic. I mean, I don't think there's any QB controversy here at Colorado State yet. But if Michael Hawkins Jr. continues to suffer from injury problems during this season, we may see more Dexter Boone than originally planned. Anyways, I think I was talking about Avery Shelley, 5-star true freshman defensive end. Technically, he's a will linebacker, but you can see him right there playing defensive end to the left-hand side. And what I want to point out is he only came to our school because he was locked out on his deal breaker of everybody else, and we just happened to be in first. We were locked out too. So his playing style deal breaker as a will linebacker, I highly doubt we are going to satisfy. So there's a chance we may watch Avery Shelley, this 5-star true freshman, we may watch him for one season and then watch him leave. He shouldn't have came to our school in the first place due to that deal breaker. So I would not be surprised. Let's try and get an El Paso 4-man pass commit here. I got to play the in-breaking route. Good. Let's go. Great coverage. And I think that was Alexander Claybrooks on the stop there. We're going to get the football back up 21-7 with a chance to really extend this lead. Tyrone Swope, the 95 speed redshirt sophomore that returned that kick earlier, is back to field this one. And I should have cut it left, guys. That's on me. I wanted to go for the home run there. Michael Hawkins Jr. will return to the game here. And let's start off with a deep in concept. And let's get Alton Roth on a corner route. I like this. We're going to really try and flood him here. Let's half slide the line to the right. Try and set up Hawkins to use his feet here. Good. They double team the D end. I love this. Look at that. Roth. Ah, just missed it. Just missed it. That was kind of exactly what we were looking for. And I think I was just a little bit late to diagnose it. Let's go China Y post. Continue to get Alfonso Wood involved. Tyrone Swope on that deep corner, dude. If they give a man coverage, he's just faster than everybody. I think he might be open there. Never mind. We got 2 timeouts. We will be willing to use them. Let's burn one there. We're going to call the curl flat mainly because we have Alton Roth on a Texas route. Let's get Tyrone Swope on a seam, Matt Sampson on a stay, Ragnow on a corner. We're going to look at Swope immediately. We'll look at the left-hand side, make that read, and we'll look at Roth as an emergency option. We're going to half slide the line to the right-hand side just so we know which way the protection's going. Okay? That's all right. Roth over the middle of the field. I like that. 18 seconds left. We're going to keep the timeout. We're going to keep the timeout because we're going to go China Y post here, and we are just going to immediately snap this football. We are saving the timeout in case we get this down. Okay? Oh, boy. Why not? That's why not. It's going to be holding, and we're going to lose our points. I saw the flag, and I thought it might be on them. I think it's on Walton again. That's his second holding penalty, if it's true. And it is. That sucks, man. Interception. That'll get declined. They're going to keep that football and kneel it out. So, I mean, I guess I got a little too aggressive there at the end of the half. We didn't need to make that throw. We were in field goal range. We're up 21-7 too. So to make it a 17-point game does make it a 3-score game. We should have been a little bit safer there. That's on me. But overall, great first half. Here we go. Second half football coming your way, guys. And I just want to point out how well I think this defense has played so far. Yes, there was that one drive where they really moved the football at will. But beyond that one drive, it felt like we have handled them. I think a big part of that is being willing to play man coverage with inside shades and lean on our talent. So let's do that right now. I'm going to play over the middle of the field with Wakoma. Well, that's what happens when you play inside shade. Jason Gadosh gets toasted on the outside. But we're going to live with that. We are going to live with that. This time we're only going to route commit to the inside on the 2 outermost receivers. I'm going to continue to play the middle of the field with Claybrooks. I feel like I have to make plays here. There's just so much space that we have to cover on the left-hand side. RPO action, that's technically us to help out there too. Gene Barnes on the tackle. I know last year, guys, he was like a mid-70s overall guy, and he just so happened to have 99 zone coverage. Now, he is an elite linebacker. He can do it all. He's like mid-80s overall. As you can see, back-to-back tackles there. His block shedding, pursuit, and tackling is all improved from last year. So the dude can play linebacker and has 99 zone coverage. Him and Trent Jones are going to be a problem. Throwing it at Chester again, and he makes the stop again. Let's go. Look, Caleb Chester is going to be in a tough spot this year because Jason Gadosh on the other side is getting close to lockdown corner status. So expect Chester to get targeted a lot the same way Jason Gadosh got targeted a lot last year. Really excited to watch him step up back-to-back plays. Let's go RPO zone alert bubble. We got Cormier, the fullback, in here, lead blocking for Alton Roth if we don't make this throw. We're not going to make the throw, and that is the disappointing part of 83 speed, man. Just letting a defensive end just absolutely hawk you down. Let's call the dive to Cameron Ferris, and I'm telling you, I'm going to make some mistakes with him, just trying to bounce everything out with how fast he is, but look at that. Look at him find the edge, juke back inside, and get 9 yards there, bringing up a 3rd and short. And this is where a Michael Hawkins Jr. run play could really save us. They're showing press man coverage again. Do we take the shot? I don't think we need to take a deep shot up 21-7. I think, oh, bad read. Hawkins Jr., can he save it? He cannot. That's okay. Let's slide. No need for him to take the hit. I made the wrong read there. That's my fault. We should have done an easy handoff, and that probably would have been a pretty straightforward first down. Instead, Duckett will be punting this one again. That's a good punt, though. That's going to give us a good friendly roll all the way to the 34. Rashawn Kite shaken up now with leg cramps. The whole defensive line, man, has been in and out. Schultz is a right edge who's playing on the inside. Johnson, I don't even know who that is. We are clearly short on our defensive line. A lot of injuries so far to 3 out of our 4 starting defensive linemen, actually. Rashawn Kite Marciano and Stephon Merchant. I do see Merchant back in the game. I do not see Marciano yet. And in-breaking route is going to be open. That's Chester on the coverage. Again, expect a lot of targets, buddy. You are going to have to cover receivers a lot. Let's get Gene Barnes in this flat. Actually, never mind. They switched to trips. So we got to put Gene Barnes on the tight end. Okay, so then what is Wakoma doing? I guess he's on the running back. That's fine. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. Great hit, too. Jason Gadosh coming in and filling on the run. Let's go with a nickel 2 trap. This is risky. This is very risky with the splits that they have, but wanted to switch it up just once. Wakoma on the tackle, 3rd and short. This is where we go press man coverage. Let's go press, route commit inside. Get Bailey off coverage right there. We don't want to get picked too badly. And I am trusting Gadosh on the press coverage on the backside. He's got no help. Claybrooks! Oh my goodness, that's just such a good cut and bad pursuit. And oh, he's still going. Oh my goodness, he's still going. What a run. How is that happening? What a play by the computer, man. Oh my gosh. Chuck McGee with the play there. I mean, Jason Gadosh had, no, not even Jason Gadosh, I'm sorry, Alexander Claybrooks had a chance to make that a tackle for a loss. 91 overall safety, elite pursuit, elite hit power for a safety. And I just miss with the guy. That is my bad. Let's see if Ragnow can get a second return going today. He will not. But we got a game. We have a real game, guys. By the way, we have 2 fullbacks, Cormier and number 45, Schuning. They both have star dev traits. They are both great at lead blocking. So I feel better than ever running this stretch play with Jalen Dupree. Let's shove this football right at Mississippi State. And, dude, I'm telling you, I think that might be the worst play in our playbook. The pistol double fullback stretch play just doesn't seem to work. It just doesn't. I don't know if I've ever gained positive yardage on that play. We ran it a lot. Let's go play action, quick pass out to Alton Roth. It's there. Perfect. I love it. Roth, get some extra yardage. Look at that. Easy first down. They just forgot about the guy. He's a little shaken up on the play, so we will sub him out for Cameron Ferris here. Let's go QB wrap with Michael Hawkins Jr. to the wide side. I don't like the look. Let's check out of it. And we got Sampson on this delayed in route. Okay? Yeah, I love that. That's wide open. Sampson continues to be the short yardage possessive guy compared to Ragnow. Let's go PA slide on 2nd and short. If you guys remember, this was the play that got us tackled for a loss and made us miss the field goal against Oregon. But it's still one of my favorite plays. Look at Hawkins Jr. Look at the speed. Just get rid of it. Oh, and it'll work. Sampson, first down. Oh, my goodness. That is the power of 94 speed at the quarterback position, man. That is just a get-out-of-jail-free card unlike anything I have seen. To just sprint away from the unblocked edge defender there and just still pick up the first down. I mean, it's so exciting. It is so exciting. I'm a little concerned with how shaken up Alton Roth has been. He is still bright yellow right now. Again, Swope is getting man coverage alone on the right-hand side. I mean, the guy's not set. We're going to let him get set. Okay, he's going off coverage now, so we probably won't make that throw. But we got Alton Roth running this on man coverage. Oh, that's beautiful. You're not going to stay with the guy. That's 97. That looks like a defensive lineman trying to cover Alton Roth on a Texas route. That's not happening. Let's get the gadget at halfback, which means Tyrone Swope is going to be taking a potential handoff here. Give Alton Roth a little bit of a breather, but that is an automatic keeper for Hawkins Jr. Look at that juke. Oh, man. We needed the block there. David Ragnow shaken up on the play. That is our starting receiver. Hurt his hand, I guess, blocking over there. I'm not entirely sure how that happens. That means Chance Jenkins, the senior, is going to step in here. We're going to put him on a curl route, really try to flood them vertically here, see if it's there. Oh, it is! Jenkins! And he hangs on! 1st and goal. What a throw by Michael Hawkins Jr. Ragnow just bruised his hand, so we should expect him back in the game here soon. Let's put in Dupree, and let's run at this team. Let's go halfback dive. We're going to check out if they go goal line, but that's an easy touchdown. I'm sorry. Look at the math. One-on-one, 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 right up the middle. We got a lead blocker. You're not winning that. I'm sorry. Easy touchdown for Jalen Dupree. Now, I don't like Jalen Dupree's 5 attempts for 6 yards, but we are using him in some pretty power situations. All right, defense, we need some tackles, all right? That is what we need above all else. The tackling on that last play where, what's his name? Something McGee, Chuck McGee. Just an incredible name. Chuck McGee was able to dominate. Number 35, I believe that's Santiago Kite. No, I'm sorry, Rashawn Kite. I am clearly still remembering Santiago Knight here. But Weisskopf, a Sam linebacker, is actually in at defensive end now, subbing in for Rashawn Kite. He's not an edge rusher type linebacker. Weisskopf is an inside linebacker that just happens to be playing the end right now. So we'll see how he does. But either way, fours come up, guys. 2-score game. They do have the football, but I feel like we could put them away here. Let's just lock in, play some good football, and put this one away. Joe Marciano is back in the game, too. That is huge. We now have an 86 overall defensive tackle, 91 overall defensive end on the inside, dude. That is just scary for their run prospects. And look at that. Who was 15? Shot out of a cannon there. I actually don't know who that was. Was that Javon Bailey? I don't think it was. Oh, it was. I think that was Javon Bailey, the slot corner, run fitting like crazy. I think they're throwing at Wakoma. That's not happening. Chris Wakoma, the safety, breaking it up there. Again, he's more of a run stopper than anything else, but that's just a great play. We're going to put in Weisskopf again here because Rashawn Kite is shaken up, and we are going with the all-out blitz. Here it is, man coverage all around. I'm going to user Wakoma. I feel like he's the worst in pure coverage of the group. Oh, you're not going to get that on Jason Gadosh. I'm sorry. He has not been targeted today for a reason. Jason Gadosh, 1 target, 1 deflection. And Ragnow shaken up. I see no reason to keep him in. Let's take him out of the game. Let Jalen Dupree run the football at this defense, all right? I trust Cormier as a lead blocker. I trust Dupree. We're up 2 scores. Let's run the football, impose our will against this team. Look at that. Jalen Dupree to the 4. And now let's sneakily sub him out, put in Ferris, and run the toss. I think they go goal line here. They don't, but they did load the box. I like Cameron Ferris racing to the sideline. I like his odds. There it is. What a block. Again, Cormier just dominating. This is why we wanted an elite fullback. It is a game changer when you want to put the game away to put in a great blocker and just run behind them. Man, I mean, I know I have my qualms sometimes with the pulling guard logic in this game and, you know, the open field blocking in this game, but I do feel like if you get a fullback with good lead blocking, good impact blocking, good run blocking, that they are fun to run behind. But here it is, man. Defense holding a 21-point lead to defend. I mean, that is a fun position to be in. We can kind of pin our ears back, play a little bit more aggressive. Oh, you're not going to get this one either. I'm sorry, Jason Gadosh, one-on-one again. It's just not going to happen. I cannot wait until Gadosh has to match up against an elite receiver because I really like his odds here. Clay Brooks, good run fit, everyone around. Marciano shaking up on the play. Guys, with the amount of injuries, is it time to consider just subbing in the backups? I think this might be the last possession where I keep in the starters, honestly, with how injury pressed we've been. Look at Caleb Chester forcing an incompletion there, and they've given up on the game. They have given up, guys. If they thought they had a chance, they would have gone for it here on 4th and 8. They elect to punt, and I think that is a sign we could put in the backups after this Tyrone Swope return here. Good, all the way to midfield. Hopefully, you guys will be watching me hit this button a lot this year en route to the playoffs. That is the goal. We want to be a playoff team. We want to be able to mass sub in our backups plenty. So let's go right back to the toss play. Bettis is a backup fullback, but he's just as good a lead blocker as Cormier. As you can tell right there, there's Cameron Ferris getting an easy 9. And it looks like we're going to be able to see a little bit more Dexter Boone here now that we have the backups in. As you can see also, Alfonso Wood still in the game. There is only 1 tight end, so he doesn't have a backup. Chance Jenkins, one-on-one on the outside. Oh, that corner jumped that route, dude. I did not think he was going to be able to do that. That is really impressive. And I think we still keep the backups in, but I feel less good about it. I'll tell you, I feel less good about it after that pick 6. Oh, my goodness. I saw the guy. He was playing inside leverage. I thought when Jenkins made that cut, it was going to be very easy for us to get the space. I was just very wrong there. Oh, so 35-21. Cameron Ferris back to return because even the backups for kick returns come in. And what do you do here? I still think we keep the backups in the game, all right? I think that we are better than Mississippi State. I think we can still, you know, have success here, but I want to run our normal offense. We don't want to run a super conservative offense, so let's go triple option. Ferris, Dexter Boone, and Bland. I think that's Deron Bland, but I may be mistaken. Let's see what this looks like here. Yep, got to give it. Ferris. Oh my goodness, there it is. Cameron Ferris exploding out of the backfield right there. And let's go stack RPO alert screen. This is the play that Michael Hawkins Jr. got hurt on last year, but this looks great right now. This looks absolutely great for an easy catch. And Lanier breaking a tackle there. Markel Lanier, the redshirt sophomore. You're not going to see a lot of him. You're not going to see a lot of Heaney either, who is the potential target here. I think we're going to definitely just hand this to Dupree, though. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. They had a soft box. I kind of determined before the snap that I was definitely going to give that up. Let's go cheat tight end hitch and go. But again, I don't want to run the hitch and go with Alfonso Wood. Instead, let's just run a short corner, actually. Oh, shoot. I don't know if we can with the crowd noise. So we might just be tossing this out to Ferris and letting him run. It looks like man coverage. It is. How about that? How about Bland coming down with it? A contested catch over the middle of the field. Great throw by Boone, too, of coming back to the receiver. And here it is, 3rd and short. Let's go speed option. Boone and Ferris. I like this. They're not respecting Chance Jenkins. Let's see if we motion him. You see that? You see how they didn't carry it over? Now we get a free blocker, and this should be an easy first down if we make the right read. We will. Easy pitch, and that is just too much speed along the edge. Ferris might be gone. Oh, my goodness. Cameron Ferris, 6 for 68. Explosive, explosive player. Let's go with the jet power read with Dexter Boone and Bland. I really hope they crash down on this. This could be a touchdown if we get to give this up. Let's see it. Yep. Oh, Bland clears the edge. Let's stay in bounds, though, and take the first. All right, this might be me getting a little bit too aggressive, but I do like this route. A little cheat motion, and then we're looking vertical. It's not there. That's okay. Incompletion. That is a bad sign. We should have just handed the football off. That's on me. So let's go with the read screen here. I don't like it. Let's go motion wide receiver power read. Chance Jenkins is not the fastest receiver here, so I don't know if I like this, but we're going to keep it, actually. And look at the blocking. Oh, my goodness. Dexter Boone, again, just exploding through the line. He's got 2 carries, 15 yards, and a score. And with 2 minutes left and no timeouts and a 1st and goal, I think mathematically we can kneel it out. All right, guys, let's do it. Now, there were definitely some things I wish we could have done differently. There were some mistakes on this game. And Mississippi State, honestly, is not that good. They're only 76, 77 overall. We were the better team today, but we are also the more talented team, so we should have won this game. I think this was fine, but we play Ole Miss next. And Ole Miss is a top 15 team. They are just as talented as us. So we're going to really need to clean up our game before then. But since this is the season opener, we do have a lot of recruiting to do, guys. I'm very excited. We are going to show you everything from the first couple weeks here because I think we have a couple bye weeks. Now, as I'm filming this, I'm about to put out a poll to determine how many elite players we are allowed to have this year. Last year, that number was 6. But we had a great season. We finished in the top 15. We won 10 games. So I'm going to see, again, whatever y'all choose as far as the number of elite players we're allowed to get is what we will follow. But my gut feeling is that you guys are going to say 8. That's just my gut. I will obviously wait and see for the results. But what that means is with 600 hours now, we want to go after 5 stars or 4-star gems, especially 5-star gems. No matter what, we want to go after those guys. Even though we don't have a pipeline and USC does, here in week 0, we need to go after these guys because we don't really know who is and isn't going to be recruited. Now, I think I found one 4-star gem that we wanted to go after, Bruce Flynn. Definitely want to go after this guy. So at this point, we've thrown all of our hours on 4- and 5-star gems. At this point, are there any 5 stars that we have reasonable pipelines with that we could maybe try and compete with? Like this right here, probably not the best idea because Auburn has a 5-tier pipeline. We have nothing unless nobody goes after these guys. So you know, I think that's the only issue with week 0 is we really don't know who is going to be pursued and who isn't. So I'm going to look at these deal breakers and honestly just go after the 5 stars that have good deal breakers for us. Like Conference Prestige makes me a little bit nervous. Honestly, playing style really makes me nervous, even though that is a running back. So like we'll probably be fine there. Coach Prestige is fine. Playing time, honestly, if you're an elite right tackle, you will get playing time. Okay, I think with our remaining 4 prospects and 150 hours, I want to find some 4 stars that have some amount of interest in us and see if we can scout them and potentially find a couple 4-star gems. So these are anybody in our top 5. I guess these are the only 3 that are really qualified. How about top 8? Are we in the top 8 for anybody? Or just a 2-tier pipeline? We'll take a 2-tier pipeline. Is there anybody here? Ideally, it's some 4 stars without offers. Oh, and there's plenty. Never mind. There's none. Okay. Well, that's fun. Either way, we are fully tapped out. So let's scout these guys. Maybe, just maybe, some of these people can be gems. Oh, Jason Beckett, a gem strong safety. I like that. I do not like how much Oregon jumped there, but again, that's purely from the scholarship offer. We don't know if they're actually going to be pursuing him heavily, but we'll go all in there. DeMarco Durbin. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't do that. Jaden Hayden. What a name. I wish he was a gem just so we could say Jaden Hayden a lot. Daniel Madden, we are out of hours. So let's keep on rolling, guys. All right, bye week is here. We still have plenty of hours and we get to look at how these 5-star races have gone. And like, look at this. Even though we don't have a great pipeline, nobody else offered Darren Muamba. I mean, that is absolutely silly. Hopefully we could lock him in his top 8 this week by going all in. Same thing here. Nobody's pursuing this 5-star. I guess we'll go at him. Jadarius Washington is only being pursued by Michigan. That's a little bit of a trap. Makes me a little bit nervous, but we might jump in that race. This race, I don't think is worth jumping into. Auburn aggressively pursuing him like that. Same thing with this one. I don't think we're going to be able to compete with Georgia there, but I'm more willing to play it out on a corner. Locked out of a lot of these 4 stars, though. Let's clear out this board. All right, you know what? Honestly, with how early in the season it is, if there's a 5-star, we should go after them. I'm going to leave the 50 on Jadarius Soto, just because if we get a visit at the right time in the top 5 with Soto, then we might be able to be competitive. Now, the big question is, do you go after Deontay Toon, man? Nobody else is going after him. And he's a 5-star, 3rd highest ranked quarterback. I mean, why not? Why not just throw 50 hours and see this week? Let's just see. All right, I feel pretty good about that. Also, kind of unfortunate that we didn't jump at all in the rankings. I mean, we're number 18 in the nation. We win a good game to start the year, and we're still number 18. We'll see if we jump this year or this week. Now that a bunch of other players have played, and we have. We're up at 15th now. I know you can't see it. But all right, final week of recruiting in this video, guys, right here, right now. And then we will play Ole Miss in the next video. Let's look and see. Deontay Eagles jump to 1st in, jump to 1st there, jump to 3rd there. Again, Michigan not really pursuing the guy beyond holding an offer. Really love this right here because that is a 5-star gem. That is a world-changing player. Same thing with Jamie D'Imperio. That would be super cool if we can land. And look at this, Jose Longo, same thing. I mean, 5-star gems literally will change a program. So really hope we can continue winning those battles, those 4-star gems. I like Jamie Cornell. Let's do a little bit of scouting while we can. Nothing there. And honestly, we could find some offensive linemen, man. That needs to be a point of emphasis. We are short on lineman talent. Coach Prestige, I like that a lot. An athlete as a power rusher, I like that a lot. We could find a place for him, definitely, especially if we lose Merchant. I mean, I need to be prepared to lose that 91 overall, very, very, very talented defensive end, just due to the deal breaker that he has. I mean, we got to be prepared for that. So we'll see if we could scout any of these guys. 2 scouted, 0 gems, but I am very happy with how recruiting looks so far. I mean, we are going to be in the hunt for a few 5-stars. I know we've had a couple in the program so far, but this might be the year where we could land a few. We currently sit at 14th in the nation. Ole Miss sits at 8th. They are going to come to us. 88 overall, 86 overall offense, and Jaleel Barmore is on that roster. Apparently it's the game of the week. I will see you then. Until then, peace out.